I joined a team like a month and a half, 2 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty far behind the thing.
Got it.
Just in terms of in terms of like play. Like I was like a ranked demon, so it's been
Right.
kind of a big adjustment going
Sure.
from that to that.
Sure. Okay. Okay. Why did you join a
It's
team?
been fun though.
Yeah, I can imagine. So what got you to join a team in the first place then?
Oh man. Okay. DSD hosted a tournament like 8 months ago or
Yep,
something
I
like that,
remember
like,
the
earlier this year.
Valkyrie tournament.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I played that with my friends, and since that moment I've had like the competitive itch. You know? It was a lot of fun. Everyone was hard calming, everyone was I don't know. Since then, that was really what got me like interested in actually improving.
Okay.
Of course, I was the Mercy player, so I didn't get to do that much in that tournament.
Right. So you're like, hey, this is kind of fun. Let me actually apply myself to the characters that I actually enjoy.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Bap, Kiriko, Ana. How long have you been playing Overwatch?
Yep. First beta, on and off.
Okay.
Mostly off, and most like for most of Overwatch 1, it was like, hop on for a few games with friends.
Mm-hmm.
I never really took it that seriously until about that tournament.
Okay, makes sense. I would ask why mostly off, but it sounds mostly just like you just weren't as interested until the tournament, so it wasn't like a negative.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that
makes sense.
Shit. I was like I was just playing whatever game interested me at the time for those 6 years. So
sure.
It was like
yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Yep. And then why support specifically?
I tell you, it's just the
Nothing
most fun to me.
Sure. Okay.
No. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
I guess I played for it in that in that first beta. I pretty much just because no one else plays.
No.
Way back then. Yeah.
No. So yeah. I get that.
Stuck with it.
Okay, sounds good. So in terms of playtime, you say around 2 to 3 hours, 5 days a week. How is that time spent? Is that all ranked? Is that split up? How does that usually go?
I don't play as ranked as I should.
Okay.
I like if I'm alone, I usually just end up playing quick play. But if I'm with a friend, then I'm playing ranked.
Yeah.
But I should be playing ranked on my own.
Okay. Makes sense.
That's pretty much how it.
Okay.
Some of that time now is obviously spent scrimming.
Yeah. How often do you guys scrimmage?
But we try to do 3-4 times a week, but sometimes it's only twice.
Okay, that's still pretty good though for a Masters team. Most Masters teams are once a week, so that is pretty good. Now, last thing I will say on that regard is if depending on how serious you are, lurking to just even if it's just short-term aspirations of just improving your team play, how you play ranked or how much you consistently play ranked, especially on the characters that you're trying to improve in scrims, is going to be useful because the way I look at scrims is you're really focusing on your team play aspects, your communication, listening to the fight plan, coming up with different ideas, your understanding of the macro, all that kind of shenanigans, right? Right. But what rank does is it allows you to practice your mechanics, your cooldowns, your positioning, and just the fundamentals of your character so that when you go into a scrim environment, you're a little bit more confident in how you're playing and what you're doing so you don't have to think about those things. You can focus on the team play aspects. So I would recommend, if you can, during those 5 days a week, I would try and aim for 1 to 2 hours of ranked. Now, if you're scrimming, you only really need 1 hour of ranked. Maybe play 2 or 3 games to warm up for your scrim or 2 or 3 games after your scrim. If you are not scrimmaging that day, I would try to aim for the 2 to 3 hours of rank, either solo queue or playing with friends, just so that you're able to work on the mechanics as much as you possibly can. On days where you don't have as much time, if you only have I only have an hour, that's all I really have, that's fine. Just make sure that you have goals for each and every game that you're playing. And so that you're getting the absolute most out of the limited play time you have. Good general guideline here. And even in scrims, you should always know, what am I practicing here? Okay, long-term, short-term goals, prove at the above stated aspects of team play. So what do you hope to get out of the session? You say, I recently joined a team. We talked about that. Struggling to keep up with the more experienced teammates. My fight planning communication is pretty poor, and I find myself pretty lost against the better team. So elaborate on that just a little bit.
Yeah, that's gotten a little limited the form. I don't feed as much, but there are still some games where I'll just feed my brains out unbelievably.
Is there anything in particular that you feel like you struggle with? The fight planning?
Yeah, I don't do as fight planning. That usually we have a couple people who do most of it. Communication, I've gotten better at that. I'm very quiet. Yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Okay, sounds good.
Because being a ranked communication is not your most important skill.
Well, what have you learned communicationally
just trying to get caught up on that.
From your time with the team? What have you learned to call? What have you improved at?
Calling what I like.
Yeah.
Not even fight planning, just what I personally want to do, so that somebody can follow up.
Most important thing you can call. Really?
Wait, you asked. Oh, it's the most important.
Yeah, I'm saying that what you want to do is really the most important thing you can call, right? So that you're on the right path there.
Right.
And as you get better, you'll learn to call what cooldowns are important to call as necessary. But even that, I think that's the minority of things that you need to worry about communicating. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel is holding you back from improving? Now, obviously, like you said, you've improved at this since you filled out the form, but understanding is probably the worst for me. I look over VOD. I understand pretty well what I did wrong and what I should have done. But the second I jump into game, it's easy to feel directionless, but I'm also pretty good at coming up with fight plans on the spot. Has that improved at all?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
More
excellent.
Time in scrims.
Good.
It's gotten a little better. Yeah.
It's crazy how practice makes you better.
It's still obvious.
Yeah. Okay, great.
When I submitted that form, I was only a couple weeks into being on the team. So
yeah. Well, good. I'm glad that things have improved over time. 7 hours of sleep isn't bad. Could be better. I know busy and all that kind of stuff, but it's not terrible. It could be a little better. I don't really have any other questions. Do you have any other questions for me?
No, not right.
Okay, let's. You want to take a look at this?
In game, I think.
Yeah. All right. Well, it works for me. Let's take a look then. So, what code do you want to start with? We might have time for 2, or we can also skim around. We can skip half and jump around, and whatever you want to look at.
Yeah, but let's do the first one. Do you want me to read it?
Okay.
Or do you have it?
Oasis?
On a break.
Yeah.
Can
you see my Discord stream?
It's 5. Oh, you.
Yeah, I got you. Okay. Should be good to go then.
Let me do this. Hang on, let me. I'm not a Discord phone.
No, you're good. Take your time.
So I gotta figure out. Okay, here we go.
All right,
I got it.
All right, let's take a look here. So, anything that you've been working on with Ana recently? Is this Ana all the way through? Looks like it. Yeah, it looks like it. So it's Ana until the end, then back. Okay. So, are there any things with Ana that you've been working on recently? Roles in the comp, individual goals, anything like that you've been practicing?
Rotation.
Okay.
Rotating to the right spot, to try to follow up on my Doomfist's dives.
Got it.
We usually play this with Doomfist.
Perfect. Okay. Anything else?
Nades, more offensive nades. I also spend too much time worrying about Tracer in the dive mirror.
Mm-hmm. Now, what's too much time? What's too much time?
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
What is too much time worrying about Tracer?
3 seconds. It's too much time worrying about Tracer. That's usually the amount of time needed for my tank to explode.
Sure, I gotcha. Okay. I think the key thing with Ana is your life is always on a balance where it's about maximizing your offensive pressure without taking on too much risk, right? So if you forget about Tracer, you die to Tracer. You forget about your tank, you die to tank. You forget about offensive value with nade, you die. You offensive nade at the wrong time, you die. You waste sleep dart, you die, right? So it's all about you are such an important person in this composition, which goes without saying. But I think it's even more important than ranked, because in ranked, like you don't necessarily get punished for your mistakes immediately. But with this, like you will die. People will die if you make a mistake. So
that's why Ana is the worst character,
right? Right. But it's to me that's the fun, because you get to be the main character. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like that's stressful.
Yeah, but you got to learn to embrace that stress. Like that's part of it. Like you got to be like a Michael Jordan, looking out for these stressful situations. Because the thing is it's like it's not about like whether you succeed consistently. Because one of the analogies I always use is that Michael Jordan missed more game winners than any player in NBA history, right?
Right.
But nobody remembers that, right? They only remember the ones that he made because he wanted to be that guy. He knew that, yes, I'm going to miss a large percentage of these. That's just the nature of luck. I can't make every one, but I'm going to be that guy. I trust me more than anybody else. And that kind of has to be that little bit of not ego, but confidence that you have, like where I'm the team fight's on my shoulders, but I'm glad it's on my shoulders and not anybody else's. And I know that's tough for you right now because you're new with the team, but that you've already developed in the last few weeks, as you were saying, in terms of your understanding and your communication. So but of course you're going to keep developing, okay. Confidence, so it's inevitable. Like you've already shown yourself to be smart and capable enough to develop. You're going to keep developing. So if I saw that, I'd be like, yeah, I might not get it right now, but I will get it. That's the confidence that I love. It's not the confidence I could do it right now, but that I'm on the path to being able to do it. And also understand. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, if that's starting, you're going to hate the spot. I play like the most scared little bitch.
Well, but then that's what we needed to see then, right?
Yeah.
That's what you need to see then, right? Is a little bit of confidence, a little bit of proactivity. Because I actually think that like in these matchups, your ability to like take proactivity is like really important. Like right here, you have full scouting on their comp, at least all that you need right now. You know where the backline is, you know where the tank is, and you have full CDs, full HP. What should you be doing rotation-wise? Talked about rotating. Where should you rotate to?
I think we called up.
Yep. Okay. Why?
It's kind of rough with the monk there. I should be looking for a nade on the back line.
Sure.
Just a good spot for a nade.
Or just on monkey too, right? Anybody, right? Or monkey. Now, there's two options here. Let me. I'm gonna give you. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask some questions, and then you're gonna give me an answer, and then I'm gonna fill in the gaps. Okay. So you're gonna do a little bit of learning here, and you're gonna do a little bit of answering questions. Okay. So you answer the question. You're right. However, a couple things to keep in mind. You have full CDs. You could rotate here, nade monkey, nade backline from here very easily. Very powerful. The risk of this position is the mirror nade, where their backline can do the exact same thing and hit you. Be aware of that. Yep. Okay? So it's a high risk, high reward. The low risk, low reward angle is to push to this sight line here and backline nade off of this here and hit the monkey from here, while not necessarily exposing yourself to the enemy nade. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so those are your two options here, but they're both proactive. One of them's a little bit more low risk, low reward, but it's still proactive. This is proactive. This is proactive. They're just different types. This one also puts you in a good sight line to pocket your Genji and point and shoot the enemy tracer. This one does not have that same opportunity. Make sense? Now, again, I'm going to be very honest with you. I don't think it matters which one you go for. Just choose one and live and die with the consequences. Sure.
I don't go for the nade.
Well, if it's just solo Brig, there's a chance that she just blocks it with shield, so it's a little bit tricky, right? So I think it's okay.
Right.
So now you've heard nade, so now there's really no reason for you not to be, like right now, where should you be rotating to? You've heard nade.
Top, probably.
Winston's down.
Nade. Yeah.
You could, but you know where else you get to rotate to? On the freaking point. Just walk on the point.
Oh, point.
Because you would never be here earlier, because what would happen if you were on point here early? What would happen? What would the monkey do? What would the Ana do? You get dove. You get with nade, right?
Yeah. Right.
But with the information that you have right now, where's that tracer? Where's that Winston? Winston's in spawn, right? Ana doesn't have nade.
I don't think I knew where tracer was.
Okay, so you didn't know what tracer was. That's okay. But you know Ana has nade, no nade. You know Winston's in spawn. And you also know Echo's in no position to dive you either. So who's to say you can't rotate here? You know what I'm saying? You know? So one of the biggest things that I learned coaching dive in Overwatch League and Overwatch 2 really quickly is one of the things I worked with Landon about is that how there are no rules about positioning with Ana in devolved fights. There's no, you have to stay in this position. Everything is depending on what the enemy team, there's places you want to start because they're strong, but then depending on how the battlefield goes, the best Ana players in the world are never static. They're moving. They're moving left, right, pushing forward. Like right now, where should you be right now? Think.
Oh.
Give you a little bit more. Give you a little bit more information here. With what you see from your, go ahead.
Rotate right down the stairs and take that and just take hookah.
100%. Shoot right through here. Shoot right through here. Why would you do that? What do you see in your screen?
See my Doom there.
You see your Doom and you see your Genji. And you also know that their Echo's dead. And you know where that Winston is. He's in spawn. So you're safe to peek this angle, take a couple of pot shots, fish for a nade. Maybe you guys don't actually even end up dying here or diving here, but you're ready to support. You will not get punished here. Now, as the fight evolves, as let's say their Echo comes back and your team backs up, where do you want to rotate to? Well, probably here, right?
Probably back top.
Probably back to top. But who's to say you can't push forward right now? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a lot more dynamics to this. Your tracer underneath, very important.
Yeah.
That makes your high ground very attractive, right? Because you know, oh, okay, I'm not being staged on from hookah. Do it.
I don't know if I don't. Oh no, I don't. I'm not.
That's okay. But you know what? You know what's funny though is I the window is like so small. You notice that? Like you only have the opportunity right there, and they're like, oh crap, I'm gonna get naded, so you back up. But that's the point. The reason why this is such a the reason why you're slow here, I'm guessing, is I don't know if there's enough of a mental priority on hitting the nade right now. The reason why you should still land this nade is that nade should be such a priority for you that the second that you see this opportunity, nade should already be leaving your hands. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Nade is the priority. It is the priority. Once you establish a starting safe position, everything is about who do I need. I was even thinking here, if you could communicate it, if I see this Winston here and my tracer, or not my tracer, my Genji or Doom have an angle, it's actually worth it to nade the monkey now.
Oh, yeah.
And get early pressure on him because it'll chunk him down fast, and he does not want to get poked out right now. Now, I don't know if your DPS have a good angle on it, but if they did, that would be a good nade. But this nade is also fine. But again, it's priority, right? It is your value. It is more than anything else. So here it's like, okay, you kite out, your brig hits a really nice whip, you peel off your brig, you peel off your sojourn. But again, that backline is allowed to take way too much space. Great sleep.
Oh no, she lived.
That's on your brig. That's on your brig. That's not on you.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, it happens. That's okay. But yeah, that early nade is what I'm most annoyed about. Good shot here. Like actually, a really nice shot. Yeah, I mean this is fine. This is fine. I like. Do you feel like overwhelmed right now?
Yep.
To be honest with you,
I did.
To be honest with you, I think you played this fight overall really, really quite well. Except for the very start of the fight, which was coincidentally the most important part of the fight. You choked.
Yeah.
Because you hit the sleep. You didn't get the kill, but that's not your fault. Your brig messed it up. You then go out. You keep your team alive as best as you can. You hit a couple of shots on Echo. You hit a nice nade on Winston and killed him, and then hit a couple of shots. You played well. I mean, it wasn't perfect, but it was fine. You should feel no shame about this. But you missed the start. You missed the important part, right? That's like saying that the icing was delicious, but the cake tastes like turkey. You know what I'm saying? That was pretty much your entire fight there. It was like you failed at the most fundamental thing, and they did all the other details correct. So again, right here, right? Let's hit a couple of shots, but you're looking for, okay, you can't really help that.
Yeah. That was rough.
But even here, you're waiting for somebody to overextend. You're just begging for it. Now, I want you to give me a low risk, low reward, high risk, high reward starting position. I'm going to make it easy for you, though, because you're already in the low risk, low reward position right now, basically. Okay? So where's the high risk, high reward position?
High reward.
Remember what you're fishing for. What's the reward? It's the nade, right? It's the nade, the shots, whatever. So where?
I guess wrapping around right side.
Sure, you could go through hookah. Yeah. It's definitely tricky, though, because the problem is that, once again, you're kind of looking uphill. But at the very least, there's a chance that you can either rotate up through stairs, a small chance. But more importantly, that you actually have a better sight line to shoot. If that backline drops, if that backline backs up this direction, you can hit a nade, right? Generally not recommended because it opens yourself up to nade even worse, but it's an option. It might be something that you'd want to do if you were nanoing. Let's say you nano your doom in. Nobody's focusing on you, so you could get this rotation for free. You see that?
Uh-huh.
So you nano the doom in, the Winston dives you, but the Ana Brig don't even think about nading you in back. So then you can nade, sleep, kill the Winston by yourself. Okay. A little bit of, autopilot with the goofy with the brain. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Walk. Nano's fine. Remember, that nano has earned something, right? Mm-hmm. It's earned attention. You have your nade. You have full HP. What should you be doing?
Walking top.
I know you're worried about these guys over here. It's too far. You can't worry about it. Get value elsewhere. Walk around here. Peek this copy. Walk up top. Help your doom. You need to go. You need to get value, and you need to get value now. Don't worry about saving somebody that is either going to live without your help or is going to die without your help. Huge nade. That was great. I mean, that's a shame that he died, but I think more than anything there, it's the indecision there that killed you.
There were like 5 seconds where I'm just doing nothing.
Yeah. Okay, let's go. That and the sleep dart on the Winston that turned into nothing,
They just have ults.
Well, yes, absolutely. Nano, primal, rally. So how should you position?
Probably as safely as possible.
So what's this? You guys want to rotate top, right? So you can't be over here. It's not going to work. Okay. So then where should you be?
I'm not totally sure, to be honest.
Think about it. Where do you have sight?
Top. We don't want to.
Where's the safest position that you can have sight lines on hookah while still having an opportunity to kite or disengage their ultimates?
Still having, I guess, further back in hookah.
Yep. Right here. Just sit right here. Got full sight lines. You can sleep. You can nade. You can kite back. You can rally. You cannot commit to here because this is going to get you pincered. And there's nowhere to go.
Yeah, we didn't try. Kind of a common theme for us.
It's okay. No worries. Let's keep going. I would ask what you're seeing so far, but one round is too early. Let's watch another round, and then we'll see what we can do from there.
Okay.
Remember, you're screaming for nade right now. Where's nade? Now you're in an awkward situation because look at backline. You see?
They're already up.
So who are you looking to nade then? You don't have position to nade backline. You're not taking the jump pad, right? Maybe. Who else?
Maybe Monkey when he drops.
Yeah. Try and wait for Winston to engage. Save the nade for his engage and punish him. Right?
Yeah.
Winston is the high risk, high reward. Everyone thinks about nading backline, but Winston, without defense matrix in Overwatch 2, he is really, really struggles with nade. Oh, you guys are going.
We're going.
Whew, okay. Zero fear at all. I love it. Oh, your soldier trolled you.
Nah.
Your soldier trolled you. Good fight plan. I love it. It was super risky, but you know what? You got the reward for the risk. You see that? You killed both backliners almost by yourself. And you slept the Winston. Nice job.
So here we're calling go right.
Mm-hmm.
Huddle up.
Now remember, who are you looking to nade here? Pretty easy answer, right? You know who you can't nade, so you know who you must nade.
Winston.
Mm-hmm. So I see this here. I want you to walk inside his bubble and nade him.
Scary.
I know it is, but you have nade. Yeah. You have nade. And okay, and assuming that your brig doesn't feed here, you'll have nade, and you'll nade yourself. You'll have 50% boosted Inspire healing as well.
Yeah.
You know, because even though she's anti-naded, you will get Inspire. You walk inside here, you nade the floor. He's cooked. He's absolutely cooked. And the punish needs to happen now because a good Winston will survive this, will place their bubble, and they'll be able to disengage. But not if they're naded. You have both your CDs. Let's go. Get out there. Like right now. Let's go. Let's go. You know the Echo's dead. You know the Winston's dead. You know where Tracer is. You have both CDs. You have full HP. I don't care that your brig's dead. Go kamikaze. Go kill him. Go kill this Tracer. Walk right here. Start nading the floor. Start shooting. Start playing deathmatch. You got me?
Yeah.
You have all the information you need to walk forward here. Instead, you go for like a Hail Mary nade and, you know, it doesn't hit. And so now your team is struggling because you're playing a heal bot here. But you had both CDs. You had full HP. Go. And so now the Winston's back. You missed your opportunity to hit your survivability spike. And so now you're on the back foot. Do you see that? You play too defensive, you die. Because you don't hit them when they're weak. Or you need to be careful. You don't have the cooldowns here.
My break split.
That's fine. That's fine. Probably not necessary. A pocket there and she should be fine. So like look at where she's positioned here. Right here. One heal shot, she's fine. Or even a nade here, right? You hit the nade right in the corner. Hits him too. Should be okay. And then if he primals, that's when you would nano, right? Yeah, both CDs. I need value. Hit the nade right now. Hit the nade right now. You see this?
Yeah, I know he doesn't have bubble. Yeah.
Even if he does have bubble. Okay, so timeout right there. Even if he does have bubble and he blocks the nade with bubble, why is that still bad for him?
Because he just used bubble.
And what does that mean? Can he punish you for not having nade now?
No.
What did he do with the bubble? Did he do any damage with it? Did he do any aggression? Did he control or push your backline? No, he did nothing.
Nope.
He just stood there and bubbled. That is the worst thing in the world for Winston to do. It's the worst. Even with a longer nade cooldown, it's terrible. So you force nade with bubble, that's a great cooldown trade. And more often than not, what will happen is you'll hit the nade, and then he's like, "Oh crap!" and bubbles afterwards. So you get the best of both worlds. You get both.
Oh,
and then if he tries to primal you afterwards, guess what? He doesn't have bubble to outplay your sleep dart. You have the advantage here. And what's happening is because you're not taking proactivity, your Doomfist is going to die. You see that?
Yeah.
That's on you. That's on you not hitting that aggression window. And so what's happening is that the enemy team is coming in at full HP, full resources. Nice sleep dart. So you're doing all the defensive things right, but you're missing every opportunity to go aggressive, which means the enemy team is like staying full HP. I mean, like, what could you do here? Seriously, what could you do? Nothing.
Well,
really nothing. Really nothing. Because you're thinking, oh, maybe I need to break bubble and then I can anti-nade, but the bubble didn't break. The bubble didn't break. And that's how you know you messed up 7, 8, 11 seconds earlier. When you end up in these situations where you can do nothing to turn the fight because you didn't put out enough pressure and opportunities when you had the opportunity. Does that make sense?
Yeah, worth noting. Towards the end of our stream yesterday, my brig was talking. They said that they hate brig with not, but like they don't like playing brig with our team because I tend to be too far back, and they feel like they have to like stay within, and we're not brawling.
Yeah,
much.
Yeah. So
I guess.
Go ahead. Sorry.
It makes sense.
So to me, it's not so much the positions that you're starting with. It's that you'll have an opportunity or an advantage, and then you will stand perfectly still instead of pushing forward and capitalizing off of that. But more importantly, even if you were to just stand perfectly still here, or even if you were to stand perfectly still in this fight here too, you're not looking for those nades. Those nades are going and just gone. And then you end up getting dove and you can't hit the nade and somebody dies. That's what I'm saying. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to move ahead to the next code, or do you want to stay on the Baptiste here?
My BAP is my best. So I need the least amount of work with him right now. Except we might look at Royale because we played poke comp, and I usually played BAP with the rush.
Sure. We could take a look at that if you want to. Does that work for you?
Yeah, let's do a little bit. Let's do attack. Just attack.
Okay, sounds good for me. So before we move away from Ana, I don't know if we'll come back, but let's just make sure that we write some stuff. Ana, what are some things that points of practice, things that you need to work on?
Aggressive nades, sure.
I wouldn't even say
about how when fights devolve. Oh,
I would say prioritize nade. Prioritize nade as your first line value. Looking for okay.
Yep.
And then what? Yep. Then what?
As fights devolve, I can kind of start just if I still have cooldowns, especially just walk forward and start killing people. Essentially, and start brawling a little more.
Yep. Okay. I think that was mostly it, right?
That was yeah.
Okay. Any questions?
Does any of that different?
Go ahead. Sorry, you cut off for a second.
Oh, did I? Okay. Does any of that with like a different tank? If we were to play monkey instead of Doom?
Not at all. Not at all. Yep. Doesn't matter if you're a Diva, Doom, Winston, Ball. Doesn't matter.
Oh man, I should have written down some questions about nano
if questions come up afterwards, you can always just message me and I'll answer them. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah,
sounds good.
There's no rush.
So here, we do not play much. I'm kind of a heal bot, like this whole first half. Okay. I just don't know when is appropriate for me to start looking for.
It's hard, isn't it?
Damage. It is.
It's BAP has been the most victimized by the loss of double shield, because when you had an Orisa Sigma, you had more shield uptime with which to pressure the enemy shield, so you felt like there's more for you to do, right? In addition, you also had a second tank to actually heal pressure. But as it is now, a lot of times you question, like, why am I playing Baptiste here? And actually, a lot of teams have experimented with, not on this map as much, but experimented with Kiriko Zen and other, because BAP sometimes just doesn't feel that useful. So BAP window is still good. Lamp is still really good. So the key thing for you is to shoot whenever you can shoot something without peeking a Widow Hanzo at a bad time, do so. And try to have ask your tank to communicate shield timings, because those are your windows where you can look for a little bit of whittle pressure on the enemy Sigma or the enemy Sigma shield.
Okay.
Because you're like, I don't want to just peek here and do DPS, right? Because I'm going to get my head blown off. You're right. But it's about when can I do that?
Yep,
this is all fine, but this right here, this is where you would have prefer to have your positioning here so that you could take this, half a second, put out a couple of shots in that Widowmaker. You see her right there?
Yeah.
Take a couple of shots in her, take a couple of shots in Sigma. And if you think about it this way, if you do that more than the enemy Baptiste does that, you will always have a slight shield HP advantage. Because even if you shoot the Widow here and she has to get healing from the BAP, or she has to duck behind cover, then that's advantage for your Sigma, or that's advantage for your DPS. Does that make sense? So it's about min-maxing those details. Whereas right now, probably going to assume that BAP is doing more damage than you are right now. At least on shield. Like even here, right? So you go ahead.
No.
But I was going to say, here, now you have a little opportunity to whittle in some damage. You see that shield, right? Take it.
Yep.
Get that damage out. You go for it just a little late.
I do a lot more in the second. So we ended up talking between halves.
Perfect. So now you're full DPS. You see this? You see the kill feed? Both of your one-shot threats are gone. Ego. You need to turn the corner here. Yeah, there you go. But more so, more, right? Like make sure that you get these staggers. Okay. That's like the most important, I think, neutral thing with Baptiste. I think tracking your Sigma's shift is also really important because...
Yeah, I've been doing that.
Yeah, good. That's probably the one cooldown you need to track because obviously if he's low, you don't want to lamp him when he has shift. And then ults, knowing how you guys are using your lamp versus your trance is really important. I mean, this is fine. It's fine. You got some shield whittle in there. Definitely damage there. Yeah, see how the Sigma's trolling? You see this?
Yeah.
They're up one, so he's pushing, but he's pushing beyond his supports. His supports haven't moved yet, so you're getting free damage value. And immediately, to be fair, you are taking it. Keep shooting. Keep shooting.
So I'm calling here recharge shield. We round window.
Yeah, good. Only thing I would say here, so there's two ways of looking at this, right? So they can mirror BAP window, but you could press tab right now, and you know that they don't have BAP window yet. At least you should. So then...
Yeah, I guess I would.
There's two ways to utilize this then. I'm going to get a little bit advanced with this, so hold tight.
Okay.
If you've seen Sigma shift, then this window is fine because you'll be able to one-shot whoever's here in theory. The other thing I would like from you is if you can communicate this with your Sigma, make sure that he shields conservatively initially so that everybody can peek through this window without worrying about getting shot by Hanzo Widow. Because I see this Hanzo needs to be one shot. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now, if you've not seen Sigma shift and you're like, I don't know if we can force it, then I want you to window a little bit deeper because to avoid this window, all they have to do is tuck behind here and they're good. But if you window a little bit deeper, just a tiny bit deeper, they're going to have to back up more or they're going to have to flux. And are you guys in a good position right now to survive flux?
No.
I would disagree. I think you're in a great position to survive flux. Look at the corner.
Okay.
You see that? Yeah. Where are their DPS? Where's their backline? So they're going to flux you right here. You're going to throw a lamp and nobody's breaking that lamp.
That's actually pretty much exactly what happens. Yeah, we did survive.
So keep that in mind. I
just didn't feel like...
Keep that in mind. But you see, this is too easy for them to disengage, and so this space it was too cheap of a disengage. So I think just a little bit of a deeper window. Just keep in mind that if it's a deep window and you have nowhere to disengage to, you will die to flux. No one can hide. I know it's a little complicated with that. We'll have more examples, I'm sure, later in this. Yeah, so it's a terrible flux, right? You see that?
Yeah.
Terrible flux. Now, it does zone you off from your Hanzo, which kind of sucks, but yeah. Mm-hmm. Their BAP window had the same problem, right? You notice that? Too shallow.
Yeah. They're too easy to... And
then you guys had already used Flux, too, so there was no risk out of it either. This is where I think you're maybe over-prioritizing a little bit of chip healing. I know it's hard when your back's turned, but like right here, I really need you to be shooting that shield.
Yeah, our hit scan was about the shield a lot. We had to do a lot more about it. I did.
That's all right. It's the little things with Baptiste. And again, as I said, doing those little things is really, really important. Is that you don't really have like a lot of carry value, I guess, beyond doing the little things and hoping that your team capitalizes off of that extra shield. Good. Good check there to make sure nobody needs lamp. Mm-hmm. Where's Widow? Do you notice what you're doing here? You're not doing it on an accident, but you notice you have shield. Do you see what TL aggro you're playing here? You see this?
Yeah, this wasn't an accident, actually.
Okay, well, good. This is good then. Love to see it.
Yeah.
Be a little careful about jumping there when you know that she's going to rotate top.
Mm-hmm.
So then what can you do is if you see your duck bind cover, you can do a little bit of juke it, just try to rotate it here.
Oh, yeah.
Or even up here. This is a much better sideline because there's only one place where she can peek you off. It's a very aggressive position, but it removes the chance for Widow to shoot you. Okay, not bad. Get forward a little bit more. Get forward a little bit more. Oh, too far.
Not even.
So one thing about Flux is it's really your ult to counter. And what I mean by that is this is where you have like the most carry value is your ability to read the situation correctly. So first off, you know that they have Flux. You need to know that this is what I would call no man's land, where you're at right now. Where if anything hits you here, you're dead. Because there's no cover, right? So then first off, you should use that to change your positioning. Where could you position?
Man, this map does not have a lot of options.
There aren't a lot of options.
Good. Yeah.
None of them are good. What's the least bad option? There are
maybe inside, like as we're rounding the corner. Yeah.
Yeah. You could also position here if you'd like to, and you completely lose shield damage, but it's something. The other detail is if you ever do get caught in the open like this, the sad solution is first off, you need to turn your head and look this way. You need to look down, and then you need to press regenerative burst before you even hit the ground. Because you will take damage. You can see it right there. That's something you need to regenerative burst the second that you get put in the air. Just to get the HOT running, and then turn your head so you don't get one shot, and then throw the lamp as you're falling. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. It's rough, but it needs to happen. Because it's a disaster that you guys pop trance and we still die. Now, if you survive that, you can immediately BAP window, right? And then you get that space, you get out of the hole, and then you're good to go. You don't want to be here, you don't want to be here, you don't want to be here. You need to get to here. You need to get to here. Hug. Because it's not just the Flux that you're scared of in the situations. It's all that you see on your screen right now. Terrifying. Hog up close. Too open. Hog up close, or even look to get to the rotation here. You gotta be close. Now you know that there's no Flux, so this makes this next BAP window easy, right? How should you BAP window here? Where should you BAP window here?
I guess kind of on cart. Start just pushing.
Now they can kite this, right? They can kite this, but what?
We want them to.
We want them to, right? You need to get out of the hole. So if they kite to here, and you guys get to this corner for free, then you guys are basically on neutral positioning, which you love. You'd love to have it. So even if they kite it out, it's fine. So this is just your problem here. It's just the same thing with the Honest, your lack of proactivity. You should never have left this up to chance that, oh, maybe my Widow loses the duel. They should already be kiting out here. You waited too long. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I don't think I use it at least rough.
What is it? You cut out for a second.
Oh, I said I don't think I use window for another minute at least. I gotta be using aggressively.
I like your discipline with your regenerative bursts. I think you've done pretty well using that cooldown. Like there, you're like, oh, I used my lamp, but I think I'm safe, so I don't need to use that cooldown too. Okay, let's see what we do here. Again, a situation where you can either look to rotate with your Sigma shield here, but there's also nothing wrong with, like, if your Sigma can rotate you to here, you can look to like hug the wall that way. But yeah, just fine. I would not worry about this, to be honest with you. I really would not. I would just get to the wall as fast as I can and hug that wall. Ooh, I might have lamped that, I'm not gonna lie. You're a little too far out in the open. You're just a little bit too far out in the open. Like here, I do not want you swinging this far wide. I want you hugging this with your Zenyatta here. Because you are cooked here. You should be cooked here. In fact, I think the Hanzo misses his shot. Yeah, he chooses to not shoot you. Okay, so we'll take that. But nice. Now, why is this bad? What's the status of your Sigma shift?
He doesn't have it.
He doesn't have it, right?
He doesn't.
So
I didn't realize that until too late.
That right now, you're noticing here, BAP is like it's the cortisol support in this. Like there is nothing but stress. There's nothing but stress right here. Like and every little detail gets punished. Like even that jump here, respect, is really stupid, right? Like here, you know, really stupid. Yeah. But it feels really frustrating because it's like you don't really have any opportunities to pop off that much. But every mistake you make gets somebody killed. It's not much fun. I'm trying to think of like another support like it, but I don't know if there's another situation or another comp that feels as bad as BAP in the Spam War. Now you know they have Flux, so first off, I don't know what you're doing here. Second off, how should that change your positioning here? Remember, are you scared of the Flux? No, but you're scared of the follow-up to the Flux, right?
Yeah.
So where should
probably
you be?
hug left where his Widow and Hanzo can't shoot me as easily.
Exactly. You get here, you Flux here, you have Lamp, you have Harmony Orb, you'll be fine. Here, you're cooked.
Yeah.
You should be cooked. Like I think you're Sigma. So there's one other detail you can do. I don't know if you did this on purpose, but Sigma body blocking for you can be actually really useful. You see this here? This is why you don't get shot. You see that?
This was not on purpose. But
so this was like back when people played a lot more Spam War. This was actually done on purpose, where Sigmas would hold shield and then try to get caught in Flux to their team. But your Hanzo definitely should have died here. They just missed all their shots. But they don't always miss their shots, you know, as we've already seen.
Yeah. Yep.
So I preferred you to live the Flux with a safer rotation, Lamp, then Window here. Make sense?
Yeah.
Nice angle here. Again, it's beautiful because you don't have to really peek that Hanzo. And you get free damage. Okay. Any questions so far?
No, it seems pretty clear. I'll let you know if I think of it.
So we have about 12 more minutes, so we can keep going with this, or we can skip ahead to your third code. It's up to you.
Okay. Kiriko 1 is like, there's like a hole in my brain or something. I don't know how. I think I fed that game.
All right. Do you want to look at it or
we
skip?
might want to look. Yeah, let's look at it.
All right. So before we wrap this up, then, Baptiste, what do you got with BAP? What needs to be practiced with BAP? In the Spam Wars specifically, really.
Guess playing the safer. I should have hugged that wall more specifically on that map, but I guess you can generalize that to just better cover usage.
I think better cover usage as a whole, but especially around Flux, right?
Yeah.
What else? What about your BAP window?
Window. Yeah. Use it to I guess use it spot that they have to kite from. Use it early.
And some details like Sig Shield timing to peak for damage. If you get fluxed in open, turn around and use shift, right? Track your Sig's shift for Lamp. If he's crit, because he shouldn't need Lamp if he's crit while he's shift. Okay, those are some details. A lot of details for that matchup, but yeah. Okay, let's keep going. Play not found.
Huh.
How old is this code?
It is from yesterday.
Weird. Double check the code on your. Oh, you're not. You're not home.
Sure,
or you are.
No,
you can still check it.
It's on Discord.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. 1D 8Q HG.
So read it one more time. Read it one more time for me.
1D 8Q HG. I put a 6 in that.
8G?
H.
HG. Okay.
Harold.
Okay. Harold. That's great. I don't know anybody named Harold anymore, man. I don't. What's the?
No,
I don't know anybody named Harold.
Say I do either.
The last of the great Heralds. Okay.
Yeah, I feed here immediately. to this Genji. This Genji.
Well, okay, so let's talk about this. So what's the mistake here? So I like the angle. I like the opportunity to do damage, but what's the problem? Uh-oh.
I'm not aware of.
Exactly. You had absolutely no idea that he was there. So here, he does a little bit of wall climbing and gets on your head. So everything goes down the toilet because you didn't track your off angles, right? You took an off angle, but you didn't track your off angles. You had no idea he was there. That's it. Keep going. That was fast.
Yeah.
Super simple. And sometimes it just ain't that deep.
Yeah.
Okay, let's because you don't have to be aware of everything, right? Like Sojourn, Genji, those are priorities, but like that's mostly it. This is a situation where you just remember you don't have to stack with your tank. You need to be able to heal your tank, but you don't need to stack with your tank. Where should you be here? Because this is brutal. They could sneeze in this hole and you're dead, right? Like they could throw everything in here. So where should you be?
That's all. Probably main, or maybe if I want to take the time, door on right.
Yeah, this probably is the most available option. Hold an angle here, heal here. Yeah. And remember, you're playing Kiriko, so there's a lot more flexibility with how you position. Because you're very mobile, and so you've still got range healing. You're very mobile. I like this positioning here. It's good. Good healing. It's fine. He was deflecting, but he looked like he was kind of stuck either way, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. Good shots. You're aware.
I'm aware.
Good, you're aware. Now, where should you rotate to once you TP here?
Probably just back.
Where should you do right now?
Kind of like where my Lucio is.
Or check this out.
Oh. Yeah.
Something to consider. Little detail on this map, but yeah, definitely something to consider. Nice shots.
He lives.
Not only does he live, but while you're tunneling on him,
the Genji's back on me.
And he's 16 HP! That's okay. You did a good job, though. You did a good job. That's all right. I think this initial positioning is too close here. I think you could take this position here, you know, and like look to off angle and heal from here, and you'd be okay. Okay. It's also really awkward that if you take an aggressive angle like this and then start heal botting. Because what's the whole point of holding a position like this, right?
Is to do damage. Yeah,
to do damage. So then if you don't do any damage, then you're not in a good position to heal your team, and you're not really doing any damage. So like at this point, if you want to support your Doomfist, this is when you would want to start it here. So here it's like really the best thing you can do for your Doom is just to shoot their Kiriko or Sojourn. You could pop ult here. Do it. Good.
Oh.
Okay. This is a major mistake. TP is whatever. I would prefer it again here. Where should you be? What do you know now?
Top.
Get off the floor, right?
Climb up.
Yeah. Get off the floor, right? So that's the first thing, okay? But then this is a major mistake right there. What does he have?
He's block. Oh, he has ult.
He has ult, even more important than block, right? So now you're screwed. You see this? You need this Suzu right now. I mean, that's that you got scammed, but yeah, you got scammed. I think. Oh, I'm surprised you guys don't actually win this fight. Yeah. Wait, maybe. Maybe.
No.
Oh no, don't. Okay.
I get that Genji 1 HP so many times this game, but then we just finish.
That's so tilting. But that's the thing is like that's when the margin of error is that small. You got to look at things like that Suzu, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys are not going to be able to walk through that choke. Not going to happen. If they beat you there, you guys are screwed. It's over. Now, they push out of the choke, so I guess that's okay, but you're Lucio feeds. Good TP. I'd be a little bit more cautious with my positioning here. Like I would think I would wall climb up there as soon as I TP. Good. Your movement is good. As long as you're aware of your threats, you're doing a pretty good job moving around the map.
And then here, I think I just get split and walked on. Oh, no. That comes later.
Like the angle, it's good. Hit the shots.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's okay. Just hit the shots. You know, focus down. Slow it down for a second, even if you need to. Good. Nice job there, like not panicking, you know? Just hold the angle. Unfortunate. Yeah, this is actually really strange. I think you guys just fumble it, to be honest with you guys.
We do.
So too many missed shots here. Your Doomfist goes in really, really deep, and then ends up missing his shots too. And then you don't Suzu in time, and then he's dead. So I think that's just as much of a choke from the rest of your team as it is from you. Okay. Kitsune on point. They're gonna answer with Queen and Blade.
Oh, I think we called just open with Blade.
Don't do this. Don't do this. This is the worst combo. This. Then this.
Suzu, TP. Yeah, it's
not good.
Like my trademark.
That's
I do
okay.
it way too often.
Work at it then. Work at it. Anticipate the pressure. Because what's happening, here's what's happening. The reason that you use both is you get surprised and you get scared. You go, oh crap, Suzu. Oh no, I need to get out. But you need to know this is coming. You need to already be TPing out like right now. TP to your Tracer. Because now she's gonna ult. I might even use ult here. Yeah. I wouldn't use my beat. I don't know why your Lucio beated. But yeah, that was fine. Give me 1 second. I'm actually going to message the next guy that we're running a little behind.
If we're going over, we're good to stop here.
No. I don't mind going over a few minutes. Let me just message the next guy. If you're good to go.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, let's keep going. Good shots, good angle. Good shots, good angle. I think you've done a good job of your damage and healing mixture, to be honest. I think the only thing I would say here is being a little bit more weave oriented. So if you kind of look at this here, the weave has kind of died off as Kiriko has been a little bit more DPS focused. But for example, here, you could heal and then you could be damaging. You could heal and then you could be damaging. Because you're not really aiming for a specific kill, right? You're just kind of spamming down a choke. So you don't really need accuracy with your shots. And so you just treat it like a Baptiste. You know what I'm saying? Where you just kind of throw damage in that direction and then throw a heal. And throw damage in that direction and then throw a heal. This is where weaving would be really good. And I'm not seeing you do a lot of it.
I do it a lot.
Like right here. Heal, damage. Why? Because they're right next to each other, right? So just weave. I think in these comps especially, knowing the weave is really important because, the chip damage is actually pretty meaningful and you don't need to heal a ton. So, yeah, that's, well, hang on. You see it again, right? You need to anticipate this. It's anticipation is what it is. You need to know where you're going.
It's ego. I feel like I can hit the shots, kill him because he's already like half.
Right, but you can't.
But then he gets
you can't, right? Like he will always have the advantage here. Now, only time you ego this is if you have beat, in which case you could beat and then just kill him. But yeah, again, it's the Suzu into TP and then yeah. I don't think that wins you the fight, but it is something that would have helped a little bit. Let's watch one more fight.
Okay.
Again, weave time, right? Very important to weave here. I can't really help that. That's whatever. I mean,
more weave.
Maybe. There it felt like you really wanted to get that kill on that Kiriko, so you're focused on your damage. That's fine. You know, if you need to get the kill, just focus on your damage. This is where we would be good. Probably not necessary, given the active deflect.
Yeah.
but it's
I'm more kind of like,
yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I guess it's kind of like tracking Sigma shift on
exactly. I would say Doomfistle is the most important one, but deflect is probably a close second.
And recall, I guess.
Yep, recall as well. Although you're not likely to be able to Suzu a tracer.
True.
So I would not worry as much about that one.
Yeah.
I mean,
I told you, man, this guy kills like 10 times.
Yeah. Okay. Let's write up some Kiriko stuff. Okay, so what do you need to practice the Kiriko?
I guess easy stuff is weaving. That about
knowing when to weave.
Yep.
Yeah. In situations where heal damage isn't hard. Okay. Work at that TP Suzu habit by tracking your threats, anticipating pressure. Because I think the Suzu TP is panic.
Yep.
So deal with the panic better. Okay. What else? And that was mostly it.
Yeah, I think.
And that was mostly it. Okay. Any questions?
No, but I will definitely be thinking about this, and I'll fire a couple off to you.
Okay. Yeah.
Later.